Good morning. This is Open Source Software and Hardware DET 3107 Elective 1 Course Outcomes. To have an introductory knowledge of concept of open and free software and hardware, introduction of Arduino hardware, Raspberry Pi, Internet of the Things, IoT. To get an in-depth knowledge of Arduino software IDE, simple programs, interfacing of basic hardware modules with Arduino. To acquire knowledge of interfacing and programming of Arduino for ADC, DC motor, servo motor, Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, PWM programming. To understand the details regarding LaTeX software with its installation, programming, processing, software facilities useful for various document preparation. To understand the details regarding Scilab software with its installation, programming, processing, console, editor, graphics window, software facilities useful for various technical calculations. To study KiCad as an electronic computer-aided design ECAD tool for designing circuit schematic, electric rule checking, netlist generation, mapping components, and designing PCB. Sorry. This program, Arduino analog output LED program, we have seen last time. If you want to connect the LED to the any pin, then pin must be output pin, analog output, because LED requires the voltage to either make it on or off. So LED is the output device, and analog output, there are 6 pins which we call as a PWM, pulse width modulation pin. 3 number, 5 number, 6 number, 9 number, 10 number, 11 number. So these are the pins 11, 10, 9, 6, 5, 3. These can be used for analog output. Then if you select any of these, suppose 11, we have to give this mode, output mode. Then we have to write the analog write, and we can write 255 for some voltage, 200 for again some other voltage, 150 to some other voltage amplitude out of the total range 0 to 5 volt, 100 for again different voltage in the same range 0 to 5 volt, any voltage, and 0 for 0 voltage, 255 for 5, 0 for 0, and 200, 150, 150 are for different voltages like 3.94 to 4.9, 3.94, then 1.9, 0.98, and so on. This we have seen, and this continues. The analog voltage amplitude outputting is continuous because loop is an infinite loop. Then LED dimming. So we can dim the LED. Slowly we can decrease the intensity of the LED. Give the maximum intensity, output the maximum intensity, and slowly go on decreasing the intensity for some time. Again intensity becomes 0, make it maximum, again go on decreasing. Dimming effect. Here also, if LED is there, due to the decrease in the voltage, it is dimming only, isn't it? Again it is becoming bright, again it is dimming. But this is in steps. But we can have more finer reduction in the voltage. So yesterday's program, it is in the larger steps, 255, directly 200 and 150 and 100 and 50, then 0, and from 0 again it becomes 255, again it reduces to 200, again 150, and each time it stops for half second, 500 millisecond. So the same program is there, and instead of 500 millisecond the delay, now the delay is 20 millisecond, isn't it? 20 millisecond. And for loop is implemented, for loop is used, other things are same. Pin 10, 11, 11, 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 5, 3 are used. So we are using 11 number. It is used as output pin. Then this is a setup. Pin mode for 11 is output. Then void will start. Now we have to analog write something. And what we are writing? We are writing I variable. And where I variable is? I variable is in the for loop. So we are defining I variable into for loop. Already we have not defined I variable. So in for loop only we will define the data type int data type. Okay. Int I equal to 255 initialization. Initially it will be 255. Then I more than 0 until I becomes 0 it will be executed. So till I more than 0 for loop will execute and decrement I will be decremented each time by 1 I minus minus. Then whatever I value is there that is outputted. I value outputted, delay will be provided 20 millisecond and again for loop will have next decremented I 255 return delay, then decremented 254 that is written on the 11 number pin, again delay of 20 millisecond, again 253 decremented, then return on the 11 number pin 253, wait for 20 millisecond delay and again 252, 251, 250, 249, likewise up to 1 more than 0. When I become 0, this for loop will not execute. So it will go below. Next instruction. Again next instruction is for loop. So this for loop is having these curly braces and this for loop is having these curly braces. Okay. So for next for loop I is again taken as 0 now. Instead of 0 it is checked for less than 255 and it is incremented. Now from 255 it is decremented to 0 and here from 0 it is incremented to 255. Slowly voltage go on increasing. Now from 5 volt that is 255 it is gone to 0 volt and now from 0 volt it will go to 5 volt, slowly increase. So 0 I is 0 it is written on 11 delay 25 millisecond, then I incremented by 1 it is become 1, it is outputted again analog return analog write on the 11 number pin, delay is 20 millisecond, again I becomes 2, it is written on the 11 number pin, delay is 20 millisecond, I equal to 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on up to 255. When I becomes 255 it is not less than 255, then this for will not work. There is a condition failed, so false output. So it will come out of this for loop and again it is going for first instruction in this loop in. Okay, this is the loop function. So in loop function it goes for the first instruction, that is for loop. Again it will start from 5 become 0, again it will start from 0 becomes 5 and in this way LED dimming will be there. 5 to 0, 0 to 5, 5 to 0, 0 to 5. Isn't it? Very fine variation of the amplitudes will be there, analog of amplitudes. So same effect of changing the intensity from higher to lower in larger steps or finer steps, smaller steps can be achieved. So these two programs will show two different ways of how LED dimming can be done. So this program, yesterday's program is also LED dimming and this program is also LED dimming. So analog to digital converter, whenever analog input is given, we have to convert it into digital. This we have already discussed, and if constants are there, they won't change. They are used to give the names of the pins, etc. So constant, integer, analog pin. Okay. Analog in pin is the variable name. This name you can give anything. Analog in pin 1, analog out pin, analog in pin 10, analog in pin 3, whatever name you want, you can give. Okay. So integer is a data type and it is a not variable, it is a constant. So analog input pin, that the potentiometer is attached. So A0 is there, analog input. So A0 to A5 are analog input pins. Here the potentiometer is attached. Do you know potentiometer? Yes. So potentiometer is the resistor, and that resistor is having one variable terminal, okay, and two fixed terminals, isn't it? So this is one terminal, this is second terminal, and one is variable terminal. So there are three terminals. This variable terminal will have the contact which varies from this end to this end. It makes the contact from this end to this end. We can change the contact location on this strip of resistor, so that this end to variable end, this resistor value will change. Similarly, this end to this variable terminal value of the resistor can be changed. If we make this contact at this end, okay, we take this contact at this end, what will happen? The resistor from this terminal to this terminal is 0, because out of this total resistor, no resistor comes into this path. So this is shorted on this terminal, so it is 0. And resistor from this to this terminal will be maximum. All the resistor will come into this. Similarly, if you have this location, then this part of the resistor will go into this connection or these two terminals, and this part of the resistor will go into these two terminals. Similarly, if you go for other end, then all the resistor will go through this end, and this terminal will be shorted to variable terminal. So there are two fixed terminals and one variable terminal. Okay. So potentiometer variable terminal is attached to A0. Now suppose if we give here 5 volts, suppose, and we connect this for the ground, then if you make variable contact here, all complete 5 volt will be applied here. If it is connected here, partial voltage less than 5 voltage will be applied here. Again it is moved to next location, again partial lesser voltage will be there. And if it is connected at the end, this end, only ground will be connected, 0 volt will be. So we can vary the analog voltage from 5 volt to 0 volt with the help of potentiometer. So this is the potentiometer. So what we do with the potentiometer? The potentiometer will have two fixed terminals. One terminal is connected 5 volt, other terminal is connected ground, and there is a variable terminal. That variable terminal, when contacted to the 5 volt terminal, complete 5 volt will be available on the variable terminal. And if the variable terminal is contacted to the ground side terminal, the ground will be connected to the variable terminal. And if the variable terminal is located in between 5 and ground terminals, then proportional voltage, whatever the location is there, according to that, the proportional voltage in between 5 and 0 will be there. There may be 4.9, 4.5, 4.3, 4.6, whatever, 3.5, 3.3, 3.9, 2.8, 2.2, 1.1, any voltage. Where we keep the variable terminal, that variable contact, that voltage will be available on the variable connector, and this variable connector is connected to A0. That means A0 will get variable analog voltage. Okay. To generate the variable analog voltage, we are using potentiometer. Potentiometer is used to generate variable analog voltage. Okay. Potentiometer is used to generate variable analog voltage. Okay. So potentiometer is giving variable analog voltage. So it is that variable analog voltage is connected to A0. So we can vary the potentiometer, we can give different voltages to A0. If you vary the potentiometer variable terminal contact location, we can vary the and we can give the different voltage or voltages at A0. A0 terminal is analog input pin. A0 is the analog input pin. A0 to A5 are 6 different analog input pins. So on the analog input pin, there is internally analog to digital converter. Okay, PWM is having the facility to output analog voltage PWM, that is pin number 359, 356, 9, 10, 11, and A0 to A5, these pins can have the facility to take the input as an analog. So analog input pins are 6 pins and analog output pins are 6 pins, and these two different set of 6 pins. So A0 to A5 are different, and 3 number, 5 number, 6 number, 9 number, 10 number, 11 number, these are different from input. So these are output, these are input pins, and we have seen this in the board. So analog in pin is defined as A0. A0 number pin is analog in pin. Its name is given in the variable. Then one more constant of integer type, that is analog out pin, is defined, and that is 9 number pin. So this is PWM pin. Analog output pin, that is LED is attached, and potentiometer variable voltage connector is attached to A0 because A0 is the input and 9 number is the output pin. PWM is analog output and A0 is analog input pin. So A0 is from 6 pins which are analog input pins, and 9 is a 1 pin from the 6 pins which are PWM, that is analog output pin. So LED is connected to output pin. Variable voltage connector from the potentiometer is connected to analog input pin. So a potentiometer is connected to A0, LED is connected to 9 number pin. So this is constant integer analog out pin. Analog out pin is a variable, it is assigned a 9 number. Okay. So integer sensor value. Yes, integer sensor value. So this is also integer and its name is sensor value. It is given 0. Now presently it is 0. It is variable. Value read from the port. So this will value read from the pot. Whatever the potentiometer. Potentiometer is also called pot. Okay. What is the potentiometer value or pot value is coming on A0. This is stored in sensor value. And integer output value is 0. This value is output to the PWM, analog output. Whatever you want to out, that is output, which is stored in this output value. Okay, output value. Then there is a setup, wide setup. There is a wide setup. So this is a curly brace for opening for setup. This is a curly brace closing for setup. In between these curly braces, whatever is the written is the setup initialization. So before wide setup, constants are defined. So this is the program. This is also part of the program. Before wide setup, we can define the constants or integers, variables, constants or variables, or the functions, etc. Okay. So what is defined in the setup? In setup, serial begin 9600 baud rate is defined. So this is baud rate. Serial begin 9600. Initialize the serial communication at 9600 beats per second. So this is baud rate. 9600 beats per second is nothing but baud rate. So this is the continuation of the program. Please turn over. Okay. We have to go on the next slide. So this is just start of the program and setup will over and this ADC program continues. Okay. Now while loop is started. While loop opening brass is here and closing brass is here because it is again ADC program continues. Okay. So this is the closing brass and this is the opening brass on the same program. While loop will execute infinite time, isn't it? Now what is done in the while loop program, that will check. So while loop program will run for infinite time, continuous manner, continuously. So this is the comment. Read the analog in value. In value. Read the analog in value. So we have defined the sensor value, isn't it? Sensor value and output value. These variables are there. So in sensor value variable, we are analog reading and saving. We are analog reading and saving the value. What the analog read do? Analog read is the instruction that reads the pin given in the bracket. Analog read is the instruction that reads the pin given in the bracket. What is pin given in the bracket? Analog in pin. And what is analog in pin? Analog in pin is A0. If you observe here, analog in pin is A0. So this is analog in pin A0. So here it is analog read A0. What is connected to A0? Variable terminal of potentiometer. So analog read is instruction which reads the voltage on variable terminal of potentiometer, and that voltage is stored in variable sensor value. So we have given the name sensor value. We have given the name analog in pin. So these are the variable names we have given, constant name we have given. We can change also. So sensor value मध्ये A0 ची व्हॅल्यू एनालॉग व्हॅल्यू रीड करून स्टोर केली जाते. नाउ एनालॉग रीड इज ऑफ 10 bit and we have to use this analog value to send on 9 number pin where LED is connected. But sending on 9 number pin we have to convert it 8 bit. आपण काय करतो या प्रोग्राम मध्ये, तर आपण एनालॉगचं पोटेन्शियोमीटरचं व्होल्टेज जे व्हॅरी करतोय आपण ते रीड करतोय. तेवढं जेवढं जे व्होल्टेज असेल 0 to 5 च्या रेंज मध्ये ते व्होल्टेज आपण PWM 9 नंबर पिन वापरतोय आपण त्याच्यावर सेंड करतोय. त्याला LED लावलाय म्हणजे आपण इकडून पोटेन्शियोमीटरचं व्होल्टेज चेंज केलं तर तेवढं व्होल्टेज LED ला आपण मायक्रो कंट्रोलर मधून पाठवतो. बरोबर. तर आता आपल्याला रीड करताना पोटेन्शियोमीटरचा जो व्हेरिएबल व्होल्टेज आहे तो 10 बिट मध्ये मिळतोय आणि तो आपल्याला LED ला पाठवताना 8 बिट मध्ये पाठवायचा आहे. whenever we are getting on A0 potentiometer variable voltage, that is read and stored in a sensor value, and these are 10 bits. And the output value we want to send, this output value is 8 bit in the range of 0 to 255. So we are reading in the range of 0 to 1023 and outputting in the range of 0 to 255. So output value is the variable, again we have defined integer type variable output value. It is the value output to PWM. So this output value is equal to map. This is the instruction which maps the variable sensor value variable. So this is the variable sensor value. So this value is mapped to new range from its original range. So sensor value is mapped from its original range 0 to 1023 to new range 0 to 255. Output value equals to map sensor value comma 0 comma 1023 comma 0 comma 255. Okay. Output value equal to map bracket sensor value comma 0 comma 1023 comma 0 comma 255. Okay. Output value equals to map sensor value, comma 0, comma 1023, comma 0, comma 255. Okay, map we are knowing, we have discussed this in detail in the previous lectures. You go and watch this lecture on YouTube again if you want, or you can find in literature. If you have written the notes, you can go through your notes. So map is the instruction which maps the one range value into new range value, other range value. So original range is 0 to 1023 or reading on A0, and we want to send on 9 number, but that requires the range 0 to 255. So this is the old range, original range, and this is new range converted into new range. So sensor value is taken, it is mapped to 255, and then it is stored in output value. So this is one more variable. Output value will have now 0 to 255 value. So this is the change in analog value out. Then this output value is written on the pin 9. So this is analog write, this is the instruction, this is the pin number, and this is the value. Analog out pin is the variable we have defined, analog out pin, that is 9. This is a constant. Analog out pin is a pin number. Okay, analog out pin is pin number 9. And output value is this mapped value, output value. And we are outputting on 9 number pin, we are outputting whatever the potential voltage value is there, that voltage value we are outputting on the analog write, using analog write on pin number 9. So the same value we can print the result on serial monitor also. So this is reading from the potentiometer and writing on the LED is completed. But we can visualize, see, watch on the serial monitor also, on serial monitor. So serial dot print double quote sensor equal to double quote. It will print whatever there inside the double quote, as it is it will print, as it is it will print. हा जो टेक्स्ट आहे तसा प्रिंट करेल, सेन्सर इक्वल टू, आणि त्याच्या पुढं सिरियल प्रिंट सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू. सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू इज अ व्हेरिएबल व्हॅल्यू, सो इट्स व्हॅल्यू विल बी प्रिंटेड. सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू मध्ये जेवढी व्हॅल्यू असेल, म्हणजे आपण पोटेन्शिओमीटर जेवढा ठेवलाय, ज्याचं व्होल्टेजचं जे व्हॅल्यू आहे 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 3.9 जे काय असेल, ती व्हॅल्यू सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू मध्ये असते. ती ॲज इट इज सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट होते. म्हणजे SENSOR V8LUV असं नाही प्रिंट होत, त्याची जी व्हॅल्यू असेल 4.2, 4.9 ती प्रिंट होईल, कारण ती डबल कोट मध्ये नाही आहे. जे डबल कोट मध्ये, डबल इन्व्हर्टेड कॉमा मध्ये असेल ते टेक्स्ट आहे तसा प्रिंट होतो, आणि जर डबल इन्व्हर्टेड मध्ये नसेल तर तो कॉन्स्टंट किंवा व्हेरिएबल असेल तर त्याची व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट होते. तो सिरियल प्रिंट मध्ये काय प्रिंट होईल, सेन्सर इक्वल टू, ओके, सेन्सर इक्वल टू ॲज इट इज, त्याच्याच पुढं न्यू लाईन घेतलेलं नाही, त्याच्याच पुढं काय होईल, सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू. सपोज वी आर हॅव्हिंग सपोज 4.1 प्रिंट होईल, 4.1 व्होल्टेज प्रिंट होईल. त्याच्यानंतर सिरियल प्रिंट बॅकस्लॅश टी, म्हणजे एक टॅब पुढे जाईल, एक टॅब एवढं अंतर पुढे जाईल, एवढं अंतर पुढे जाईल, आणि काय करेल, डबल इन्व्हर्टेड मध्ये आउटपुट आहे, सो आउटपुट ॲज इट इज विल प्रिंटेड, आउटपुट इक्वल्स टू असं प्रिंट करेल. आणि नेक्स्ट सिरियल प्रिंट आउटपुट व्हॅल्यू. सो आउटपुट व्हॅल्यू इज अ कॉन्स्टंट व्हेरिएबल, आउटपुट व्हॅल्यू इज अ व्हेरिएबल. So this value, output value, it will print 4.1. Okay, again it will should be 4.1, same value should be there. जी सेन्सर व्हॅल्यू ही रीड केलेली व्हॅल्यू आहे, आणि ही कन्व्हर्टेड मॅप केलेली व्हॅल्यू आपण आउटपुट करणार आहे, ही सुद्धा सेम असायला पाहिजे, असणार. फक्त कन्व्हर्शन असेल ते 10 बीट मधून 8 बीट मध्ये. ओके, अशा प्रकारे आपण सिरियल प्रिंट वापरून सिरियल व्हॅल्यूज आणि त्यांचे नावं प्रिंट करून घेणार. ओके, Then wait for 2 millisecond before next loop. 2 millisecond wait करायचं, delay 2 दिलेला आहे, 2 millisecond. हा कशासाठी? For the analog to digital converter to settle. Once the analog to digital converter is used, we have to wait for 2 or 5 or 10 milliseconds, at least 2 after last reading. Once it is sensor reading is taken, then analog to digital converter is doing some conversions. Then we have to wait for 2 milliseconds to settle down the analog to digital converter before taking the next reading. So we must give the delay of 2 milliseconds if we are using ADC. Once ADC is used, give delay of 2 milliseconds, and then again ADC can be used. And this is the end of the program. Delay 2 milliseconds. It's the end of the program. Then the program again goes to first instruction of the loop sensor value. Now meanwhile, if you have changed from 4.1 to suppose 3.8, 3.5 or 3.2, then the sensor value will be analog read 3.2, then we will map from 1023 to 255 range, again it will become 3.2, and analog write on the 9 number pin 3.2 value. Then serial print sensor equal to, again the sensor equal to is written, sensor equal to, then value, sensor value is there, suppose 3.2, then there will be tab, then output is written, output is written, output equal to, as it is text, and then the output value which is converted, that is 3.2, but it is 10 bit, it is 8 bit value. Then again wait for 2 milliseconds, and again it will go for first instruction, and it continues. If we change the potentiometer value, accordingly it will change the value, sense value. So this is one more program. Related to the analog reading and analog writing. The details of analog reading and analog writing we have discussed in unit 2 only. For in case of A0 to A5, how this is reading, how the ADC is working, and how many bits are there for to represent, what is the resolution, all this we have discussed in previous lecture in the unit 2. Also we have discussed in detail about the PWM into unit 2. How the 3 number, 5 number, 6 number, 9 number, 10 number, 11 number pins are PWM pins, how they work, how we can use it for outputting the analog voltage, how the PWM voltage is equivalent to analog voltage, how it represents the analog variable value, and how to demodulate it with the help of single capacitor, low pass filter, and if we are connecting the motor or LED, how it observes the equivalent analog voltage from the PWM signal. And PWM signal is what? PWM signal is coil speed modulated signal is variable duty cycle square wave. Variable duty cycle square wave, and that square wave is varying from 0 to 5 volt. Either it will be 0 volt or it will be 5 volt, and it is a square wave. There will be on time, there will be off time. On time and off time ratio will be different, and this ratio is on time divided by on time plus off time is called duty cycle. So it is variable duty cycle square wave, and as the duty cycle varies, the analog equivalent voltage varies. Duty cycle 100, it is 5 volt. Duty cycle 0%, it is 0 volt. In between 100% and 0%, it is variable analog voltage in between 5 volt and 0 volt. Okay, ड्युटी सायकल जेव्हा 100% पासून 0% मध्ये पर्यंत व्हॅरी होते, तेव्हा इक्विव्हॅलंट अॅनालॉग व्होल्टेज ही 5 व्होल्ट पासून 0 व्होल्ट मध्ये प्रपोर्शनली व्हॅरी होतं. हे आपण पाहिलंय पीडब्ल्यूएम मध्ये. A0 to A5 reading is we have discussed. Then 3, 5, 6 9, 10, 11, PWM we have discussed. So this is regarding analog reading and analog writing with the help of ADC-DSC, with the help of different conversions from one range to other range with the help of map. So we have discussed all these things now in the application of the conversions etc. analog related reading and writing into this program. Okay. So this is a third unit. So we are now discussing the analog input output details, and this is one of the peculiar example of analog input and output. The LED intensity fading, fading of the LED intensity. Fading means slowly, gradually becoming lesser and lesser, or gradually becoming intense and intense. That also we can vary the intensity, fading or dimming. It is also called dimming or fading. So these programs are examples of analog output or input signals, reading or writing analog signals. So sensor value, potentiometer. Okay. So we can take the potentiometer as a sensor, because sensor will sense the value and accordingly proportional analog voltage it will give. So potentiometer is also giving the variable proportional analog voltage from the range of 0 to 5 volt, isn't it? 0 to 5 volt मध्ये जेव्हा आपण या रेंज मध्ये व्होल्टेज व्हॅरी करतो, म्हणजेच काय तर ज्याप्रमाणे सेन्सर रीड करून त्याचं व्होल्टेज तो प्रपोर्शनली व्हॅरी करतो, ते आपण इथं तयार केलं पोटेन्शिओमीटरच्या मदतीनं. म्हणजे समजा आपण काहीतरी असा सेन्सर वापरला जो ती क्वांटिटी सेन्स करतो, लाईक टेम्परेचर, लाईक स्ट्रेन गेज वरचं स्ट्रेन, and it is producing the proportional analog voltage. जसं जसं ती क्वांटिटी, फिजिकल क्वांटिटी, टेम्परेचर असेल, स्ट्रेन असेल, स्ट्रेस असेल, ती जशी जशी व्हॅरी होत जाते, किंवा लाईट इंटेन्सिटी असू शकते, LDR सर्किटमध्ये घेऊ शकता तुम्ही. लाईट इंटेन्सिटी म्हणजे हा दिवस आहे की रात्र आहे, त्याच्याप्रमाणे आपल्याला आपल्या घरातलं होम लाइटिंग असेल किंवा ऑफिस लाइटिंग असेल, तर ते आपल्याला चालू ठेवायचं आहे की बंद करायचं आहे, असं आपल्याला रिडिंग म्हणजे घेता येईल, का ऑटोमेट करता येईल. तर त्याच्यासाठी लाईट डिपेंडंट रेजिस्टन्स सर्किट लावायला लागेल, त्याच्यानुसार व्होल्टेज चेंज होईल. समजा दिवस असेल, त्याच्यावर फुल लाईट इंटेन्सिटी असेल, LDR वर लाईट डिपेंडंट रेजिस्टर म्हणजे LDR, लाईट डिपेंडंट रेजिस्टर LDR, then we can take the decision. बाळा माझं लेक्चर चालू आहे, काल पण लेक्चर चालू होतं आणि मी नंतर कॉल केला तर तू उचलला नाही. माझं लेक्चर झालं की मी कॉल करतो किंवा तू कर. हां, हॅलो. So light dependent resistor can be used for sensing the light, and accordingly we can convert it into the operation of making the room light on or off. So in that case also we can take the, what is there in the room light intensity converted into analog voltage, what is that temperature converted into analog voltage, what is that distance converted into analog voltage, isn't it? So all this stress is converted into strain gauge versus strain is converted into analog voltage. Okay. So potentiometer can be used to do the same thing. It varies the analog voltage. It can create different analog voltage. So we have seen in this, the analog voltage can be varied. Analog voltage can be varied gradually, and that proportional analog voltage can be taken into account for the decision in the microcontroller. Decision, taking the decision, isn't it? Now what we have done in this program, we have sensed the analog voltage from the potentiometer. We varied the potentiometer. We sensed it, and the sensed value will be available in the program. And we have decided that since the sensed value is 4.1, we have to light the LED or keep the LED intensity proportional to 4.1. This is the decision. If the potentiometer voltage is 0.5 volt, then we will keep the LED intensity proportional to 0.5 volt. That is the decision, isn't it? So this voltage we can take into the microcontroller sensor voltage, and we can have the decision on that for the next action. So it is very much useful in sensing the value and taking the decision or making decision making, and accordingly doing the action, corrective action or whatever the action. What are the different applications in projects? Suppose if you have LDR like circuit, voltage divider circuit, one fixed resistance, one LDR is connected, 5 volt and ground is given, and the junction of LDR and fixed resistor junction wire is taken as the variable voltage terminal, and it is given for the reading of the A0 pin. Okay, analog input pin. Then if you vary the light intensity, cover the LDR, total black, different voltage will be there. Slight light is allowed, different voltage will be there. Completely uncover it, the room light will be there, different voltage will be there. With your mobile torch, intense light is there on the LDR, different voltage will be there. So these 4 different voltages are there. Accordingly, different 4 voltages, you can take some decisions. Suppose this and this voltage is there, complete dark, then in light, there are suppose 8 lights in our room, 8 lights. 4 in the 4 corners and 4 in the middle of the corners in the room on each wall. Okay. Then if total dark is there, then you decide that all 8 lights are made on. Okay, full intensity in the room. Now if the partial light is there, just like due to the cloudy environment or something, partial, some dimming light is there in the room, that means the voltage is in between maximum to minimum. So आपण हात ठेवला आणि थोडीशी लाईट आपण त्याला अलाउ केली त्या केसमध्ये, तर तुम्ही काय कराल, कुठले तरी 4 लाईट चालू कराल, 4 बंद कराल किंवा 2 चालू कराल, 6 बंद ठेवाल. You will turn on the room lights. Out of 8 bulbs, you turn on 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe 4, depending on the level. So level of the intensity. So these are the decision making. Your microcontroller is deciding that such and such ambient intensity is there, and such intensity, light intensity, we have to generate or give from the bulbs we are connected. And suppose intense light is there on the LDR, then there will be voltage reading or sensor reading will be there, and according to that the microcontroller will take the decision that no light, room light, bulb should be made on, because it is a daytime, full intensity light is available. So in this way you can make the home lighting automation. In home automation मध्ये अनेक गोष्टी असतात, त्याच्यापैकी ही लाईटची आपण करू शकता, डोअर ऑटोमॅटिक ओपनिंगची करू शकता, विंडो ऑटोमॅटिक ओपनिंगची करू शकता, एअर कूलर किंवा एअर कंडिशनर ऑन किंवा ऑफ करण्याची करू शकता. किंवा रेफ्रिजरेटर ऑन किंवा ऑफ करण्याची करू शकता, ओव्हन ऑन किंवा ऑफ करण्याची करू शकता, इजंट इट. सो होम ॲप्लिकेशन्स जेवढे असतील त्याच्यामधले 2 ॲप्लिकेशन, 3 ॲप्लिकेशन किंवा 1 ॲप्लिकेशन तुम्ही ॲटोमेट करू शकता वेगवेगळ्या सेन्सर्सनी. लाईट ऑटोमेट करायचं असेल तर लाईट सेन्सर वापरायला लागेल, आणि मग किती लाईट आहे आपल्याला रीड करून पाहायला लागेल, आणि मग ती लाईट रीड केल्यानंतर काय होतं, त्या प्रमाणात आपल्याला इंटेन्सिटी जनरेट करता येते, किंवा तेवढ्या लाईट टर्न ऑन करून नॅचरली लाईट जर कमी असेल तर आर्टिफिशियली बल्ब वापरून लाईट आपल्याला मेकअप करता येते, क्रिएट करता येते. दुसरं उदाहरण आपण समजा घेतलं, हा तर लाईट इंटेन्सिटीनुसार आहे. समजा एखादा खूप मोठं दुकान आहे, शोरूम आहे, कपड्यांचं असेल किंवा आणखीन ग्रॉसरीचं असेल किंवा दुसरं काही असेल, म्हणजे इतर काही व्हेकलचं असू शकतं, बायसिकल्सचं असू शकतं, खूप मोठं असं, किंवा मॉल असू शकतो, मिक्स्ड कन्झ्युमेबल सगळे कन्झ्युमर असे आयटम्स आहेत. समजा ग्रॉसरी पण आहे, छोटी छोटी काही कटलरी आहे, शाळांच्या मुलांच्या वस्तू आहेत, पेन्सिल वगैरे असं सगळं ठेवलेलं आहे. असं सगळं ठेवलेलं आहे माणूस वेगवेगळ्या सेक्शनमध्ये. खूप मोठा मॉल आहे, मग तेवढ्या लाईट्स लागतील. इफ दॅट हॉल इज व्हेरी व्हेरी लार्ज, दोज मेनी लाईट्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. And in evening there will be very rush, lot of people are visiting, and in afternoon there may not be so much rush, or even in morning 50% or 25% people will be there out of full uh, uh, this crowd. But in evening from 7 to 9 crowd is maximum, every section is full of the people. So what we will do, we will manually switch off some lights in some sections if in the daytime there is no one to visit to that section presently, and somebody arrives in afternoon suppose, and he may be having that time available with him, and he start purchasing accordingly in which section he is going. You are making on the switches and off. किंवा तुम्ही चहाला बसल्यानंतर आपल्या हॉटेलवाला आपण जिथं त्या ज्या टेबलवर बसलो तिथला फॅन आणि लाईट लगेच चालू करतो, किंवा आपण उठलं की बंद करतो. सो दिस इज एनर्जी कन्झर्वेशन. आणि सगळे बटन असतो, त्या गल्लावर बसलेला माणूस असतो त्याच्याजवळ असतात ते बटन. हे मॅन्युअल झालं. मग तुम्ही ऑटोमेट करायचं आहे, आपल्याला ते ऑटोमेट करायचं. मग त्या टेबलवर जर माणूस बसला तर तिथं सेन्सर असेल, कोणीतरी आहे तिथं म्हणून, ते सेन्सर वापरून आपण ऑटोमॅटिकली तिथला फॅन आणि तिथली लाईट चालू करणार. तसंच मॉलमध्ये पण आहे. एखाद्या सेक्शन मध्ये कोणी एंटर करतंय, somebody is entering in some section of that mall, suppose school stationery section, suppose grocery section, suppose cloth section, suppose shoes section, isn't it? Ladies wear, gents shoes, ladies shoes, kids wear, बरोबर ना. लहान मुलांच्या कपड्यांचं सेक्शन असू शकतो, कन्झ्युमेबल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सेक्शन असू शकतो, इलेक्ट्रिकल इस्त्री ठेवलेली आहे विकायला, गिझर ठेवलेला आहे, असं मोठं दुकान असेल, बरोबर ना. किंवा आणखी काही वेगवेगळ्या वस्तू, रेफ्रिजरेटर ठेवलेला असेल, वेगवेगळे टेलिव्हिजन सेट्स लावलेले असतील, मोबाईल वेगवेगळे विकायला ठेवलेले असतील, असे सेक्शन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सेक्शन्स आहेत. हेडफोन्स असतील, ओके, लॅपटॉप, अशा काही गोष्टी ठेवलेल्या मोठ्या मॉलमध्ये. आणि तिथं कोणी नसेलच, कस्टमर कोण, परचेसर कोणी नसेलच, तर तिथले जे माणसं लोक असतील त्या मॉलमधले, ते काय करतील, मिनिमम लाईट जे असेल अगदी झिरो लाईट आपण म्हणतो ना तसं, डीम अशी लाईट तेवढी ठेवतील आणि बाकीच्या बंद करतील. हे मॅन्युअल झालं. वी हॅव टू मेक इट ऑटोमॅटिक. Somebody is entering that section, there will be identification, isn't it? So again, then the mall employees are also there. Whether to make them also automatic, ते स्वतः एंट्री करत असतील तर करायच्या का लाईट ऑन का नाही करायचं, ऑल these decisions you can take. Accordingly, the complexity of the circuit will increase, isn't it? मग आपल्याला त्यांना टॅग द्यायला लागतील. मग ते टॅग असतील तर एम्प्लॉई नंबर असतील त्याच्यावर. मग त्याच्यानुसार आपल्याला ठरवता येईल एम्प्लॉईला करायचं आहे ऑन की नाही करायची लाईट. सो इट इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, हाऊ मच कॉम्प्लेक्स यू वॉन्ट दॅट प्रोजेक्ट. सिम्प्लिफाईड प्रोजेक्ट आहे काय, कुणीही एंटर करत असेल त्या सेक्शनमध्ये लाईट ऑन करा, अदरवाईज लाईट ऑफ करा, फॅन ऑन करा, फॅन ऑफ करा, टेम्परेचर सेन्स करा हॉलचं, आणि एक्झॉस्ट फॅन ऑन करायचे की ऑफ ठेवायचं ठरवा. किंवा मोठं थिएटर आहे, एक्झॉस्ट फॅन थिएटर चालू असताना ऑन करायला पाहिजे. आणि सगळं थिएटर खाली झालं, सगळी माणसं बाहेर गेली की ऑटोमॅटिकली एक्झॉस्ट फॅन थांबला पाहिजे. एक्झॉस्ट फॅन म्हणजे खूप मोठा फॅन असतो आणि त्याला पॉवर कन्झम्पशन सुद्धा जास्त असतं. आणि असे अनेक एक्झॉस्ट फॅन असतात वर, एकदम टॉपला वरती असतात थिएटर्समध्ये किंवा मोठ्या हॉल ऑडिटोरियम्समध्ये. कारण ते क्राऊड जो असतो ऑडिटोरियम मधला, वॉट एव्हर द क्राऊड इज देअर इन द ऑडिटोरियम, दॅट क्राऊड इज इनहेलिंग द ऑक्सिजन, कार्बन डायऑक्साइड exchange is there, and due to all the persons are exhaling the carbon dioxide, there may be suffocation, isn't it? म्हणजे श्वासोश्वास आपल्याला त्रास होऊ शकतो. म्हणजे सगळा कार्बन डायऑक्साइड आपण ऑक्सिजन कंझ्युम केल्यामुळं आपल्याला कदाचित ते अस्वस्थ किंवा व्यवस्थित फ्रेश नाही वाटणार. त्या केसमध्ये काय केलं जातं, आणि हे पण होतं आपल्या बॉडी टेम्परेचरमुळं तिथलं एन्व्हायरमेंट सुद्धा हे होतं, सफोकेटिंग होतं, आपल्याला घाम यायला लागायला लागतो. तर त्याच्यासाठी तिथलं एअर सर्क्युलेशनसाठी एक्झॉस्ट फॅन लावलेले असतात. खूप फास्ट एअर ब्लो बाहेर टाकली जाते. त्याच्यामुळं काय होतं की टेम्परेचर इज ऑल्सो मेंटेन्ड अँड फ्रेश एअर इज ऑल्सो टेकन इन टू हॉल थ्रू द विंडोज अँड डोअर्स. अँड दॅट्स वाय वी are having, due to fresh air, we are having the fresh environment, and we also get enough oxygen. तर हे सगळं जे आहे सिस्टीम्स आहेत, इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टीम्स, those consuming lot of energy, okay, those also can be made automated, and we can have the energy conservation also. Manually whatever is done can be automated. Many ideas are there, you can go with your observation. Many ideas. Door closure opening is there. One program in the, we have seen in the second unit, end of the second unit, that automatic door opening closing is there, and at that time we should have alarm buzzer. So that program is seen, we are knowing. So that is also, we can change the analog value also, analog intensity also, according to the lighting requirement or environmental available ambient light availability. We can change the analog values and change the lighting conditions. So various ideas you can implement with the help of digital as well as analog voltage variations, with the help of digital sensing as well as analog voltage sensing. That's why Arduino is provided with both the facilities. You can sense the digital, you can output the digital, you can sense the analog, you can output the analog. So if the digital is sensed, we can sense only the yes or no availability or non-availability, true or false, like things. Either it will be available or it will be unavailable. Either it will be, door will be open, door will be closed. The person is entering or person is not entering. These are like events we can sense as digital events. But the intensity of the light, temperature value, these we have to sense as the analog only. Temperature is either this or this, less than this or more than this. If suppose we are having the threshold for the temperature, if the temperature is 26 degrees centigrade or 28 degrees centigrade or 30 degrees centigrade, so if it is more than 30, it is 1. If less than 30, it is 0. Such condition is there, then we can select digital. So by keeping the threshold, you can select the digital. And we can either make on the fan or make off the fan. This is possible. But if you want to vary the fan speed also, then we require analog. If you want to vary the fan speed, so suppose temperature is 22, keep very small speed of the fan. If temperature is 25, increase by 1 step fan speed. If temperature is suppose 30, increase to 3 number fast speed. If it is 32, 33, increase to 4 number speed. If it is 35, 37, in the summer days, in the afternoon, 37 to 4, maybe 40, we are going 40, 42, isn't it? In that case, increase above 37, increase to maximum 5 number speed of the fan. It is possible, isn't it? This way, according to the requirement, you can design, and according to the design, you can take whether the digital system you require or analog system you require. You can go for digital type of the inputs and outputs, or you can go for analog type of the inputs and outputs. Analog input, analog output, or digital input, digital output. You understood? So it is simple. And these things are important in projects. The design of the project, whatever you are deciding, is only the important things in the project. Once you decide it, once you understood very clearly, then that arrangement of the project, arrangement of the software, arrangement of the hardware is the only thing. And once idea is clear, it is not very difficult to organize the things. That is, purchase the components, connect the components, test the components are working and all that, and see whether how these are working and how they are responding, and how we can take the voltage, and how we sense the voltage, and how we can utilize that voltage, and how we can give the output, and how we can control the output device or output circuit. Only these things we have to learn or study. And once these are learned, we can connect it, organizing it, connect it, write the software according to our requirement, put the thresholds or sensing value, decision making, etc. And we can operate the circuits, total circuit. We sense the input and we take the decision, and we can vary the output. Only those things remain. So it becomes very easy. So first thing is, what is the phenomena you are observing, external phenomena, the process, the thing to be automated. Understand that phenomena, understand that process, understand that action. Once you understand the action, what we can do? We can think of making it automatic. Out of total process, this point will make automatic, that point will make automatic, or that point will make automatic, fourth point will make automatic. Out of 4, only 1 and 2 will make automatic, or 1 and 3 point will make automatic. We list it. We list it. Either we will only make the home automation, only lighting condition, automatic, or fan speed make automatic, or no fan speed, only making on or off of the fan, exhaust fan is automatic. So likewise, we'll design the system according to our requirement. You can design fan on off condition or fan speed variation condition, isn't it? And these are called projects. आणि हेच प्रोजेक्ट्स असतात. आपण जे करतो प्रोजेक्ट, मायनर प्रोजेक्ट असेल, मेजर असेल. मायनर प्रोजेक्ट आता या सेमिस्टरला करायचं आहे तुम्हाला, आणि प्रोजेक्ट जो आहे फक्त प्रोजेक्ट तो नेक्स्ट सेमिस्टरला करायचा आहे. तर सगळ्यांनी सेमिनार सर्च करा, सगळ्यांनी मायनर प्रोजेक्ट सर्च करा. मायनर प्रोजेक्ट हा स्मॉल प्रोजेक्ट असतो, त्याचं नाव मायनर प्रोजेक्ट आहे. सेमिनार आहे, मायनर प्रोजेक्ट आहे. आणि नेक्स्ट सेमिस्टरला प्रोजेक्ट असतो, तो थोडासा मोठा असतो मायनरपेक्षा, त्याचं नाव आहे प्रोजेक्ट. ते मेजर विजर नाही, त्याला नाव देऊ नका. काही मुलांनी हा मायनर आहे म्हणून तो मेजर असं दिलं. आपल्या सिलेबसमध्ये काय नाव आहे पहा, याच्यावर जाऊन. सिलेबस आपला वेबसाईटवर ioploneरे.com वर आहे. मी तुम्हाला सिलेबस शेअर केलेला आहे आपल्या गुगल क्लासरूमवर. सिलेबसवर पहा नाव काय आहे, सेमिनार हे नाव आहे, त्यात काय करायचं आहे डिटेल दिलेले आहे. मार्क्स किती आहेत, त्याला क्रेडिट पॉईंट किती आहे, ते ग्रेड पॉईंट किती आहे ते दिलेले आहे, क्रेडिट्स किती आहे. त्यानंतर मायनर प्रोजेक्ट आहे, तो 5व्या सेमिस्टरलाच आहे, तो आपल्याला करायचा आहे. त्यानंतर 6व्या सेमिस्टरला प्रोजेक्ट आहे, तो करायचा आहे. ओके, सो दिस थिंग्स विल हेल्प. ओके, Arduino board if you are having, you can do it very easily. So I think we'll stop today's open source software and hardware lecture, and we'll meet tomorrow. This is, I think we have started the unit 3 of the open source software and hardware elective 1, DET 3107. And after stopping this lecture, on same link we will continue embedded system lecture. Okay, thank you.